Okay, here we go. Alright. So the following is a cringy fanfiction I wrote last night, chapter 1 of it. And I figured the best way for it to, to be done is to, for Mayor Space to upload this publicly with the song Cape Beams playing in the background, alright? So, cue the music! Charity concert late last night at Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Acts included Russian death metal band Capcan, German EDM artist Stan G, British rapper Far Too Big, American instrumental band Thrones, French synthwave artist 20X01, Spanish psych rock sensation Lifer, Canadian/Japanese duo We Few, and Swedish indie pop group Wireframe. Around 1 a.m., halfway through the event, American thrash bands Megacore and Noise Complaint united to play a cover of Walk by Pantera. Midway through the second verse, however, security guard Rasmus Soder stormed the stage, opening fire on the crowd with a compact submachine gun. The shooting ended when concert patron Craig Mickler shot and killed Soder. Soder had wounded 25, including Megacore guitarist Kyle Knox and Noise Complaint drummer David Pierce, and killed Noise Complaint bassist Luna Loud. Well, that's the official report. What they published. Luna's gone like chalk on a driveway. Why did Rasmus do it? Was it an inside job? Both are meaningless questions. The world lost an icon, and I lost my sister. They didn't invite me to her funeral. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. If I decided to attend, I'd just give some cliche speech about you're lost but not forgotten. Then I'd have to catch a flight back home, too much hassle for her. Who cares about old Link Loud? He's a heartless man. Can't even shed a single tear over the death of someone he knew, someone he grew up with. I dug up in the attic a few weeks ago. Found some of Luna's old notebooks she used to write lyrics in. Demo tapes she recorded. Guess I accidentally grabbed them up while I was moved out all those years ago. I was going to send them back to her, but ever since Saturday morning she's just a name on a stone. I contemplate keeping them from sentiment. But what's the point in remembering someone? It won't bring them back. I'm gonna pile them up in the backyard along with any pictures of or including her, douse them in kerosene and torch them. Send them on to her in a sort of spiritual way. But in reality, I'll just be burning things while she's rotting in the ground somewhere in Michigan. What a world. A cruel world. I was sitting in the living room watching TV late at night rather. It was a stand-up comedy act. Enjoying the time I had with myself. It's common nowadays, yet I still relish in every moment by myself. Shut the fuck up, Nervous Space! Enjoying the time I had with myself. It's common nowadays. Yet I still relish in every moment of it I get to myself. Then the phone rang. I just assumed it'd be some yaya from a neighborhood kid prank calling. I was half expecting the caller ID to say Cape St. Clair, MD, or private caller, but instead it read out Los Angeles, California. I reached for the phone and answered it. Hello? Hey, Lincoln! In that moment, hearing the voice of one of my sisters somewhere beside my nightmares made me feel calm, even if it was Luann. What do you want? And the name's Link, not Lincoln. Oh, sorry. Hey, I'm doing a stand-up bit for the Laugh Network. I'm on TV! She yelled like she was on every drug in the book. I looked up at the TV and there she was in her typical yellow and black striped getup that hadn't changed since we were kids. I guess I must have spaced out. So I'm live? I asked, half asleep. Well, are you breathing? She sarcastically replied. The audience laughed like the dumbasses they are. And if you aren't, we're gonna ask you a few questions that the fans had for my family. You're on speaker, by the way. Alright, I replied. So, question 1, are you older or younger than me?
Objective Echo has been
She
neutralized.
asked. I was going to do this. I guess I had fun with it. I thought maybe she'd be the one to help me get back into the family. I thought at least. Younger biologically, older mentally. The audience laughed at that one. Okay. Second question. What is your hair color? Brown now, but it's still white on the family photos from 4 years ago. Not that you would know. Okay, I fucked up with that last remark, but I also noticed no delay on the TV. Third question. Who is your favorite sibling? This was going to be gold, I could tell. I don't know, Luann. Was I picked by anybody else when they asked this question? No. But maybe hate them even more. Hate wasn't even a strong enough word for the resentment I had for them. I kept quiet. Did you at least pick me? No, silly, I picked Lynn. Alright, fuck it. This next bit was the liquor talking, or at least I hope it was. I guess Luna. When I said this, her eyes widened and the audience let out a gasp. What? Why would you say that? Because she can't anger me anymore. On to question 4. What makes you happy? She nervously spat out those words. She was clearly in shock that I wasn't ready to stop. You know when I'm happy, Luann? Those few seconds in the morning when I first wake up, before I remember who I am and what my life is about. Alright, Lincoln, it was nice talking to you. I cut off her mid-sentence. Anxiety, anger, disappointment more often than not. I don't know if there is an afterlife, but who cares? Nothing is going to be any worse than this meaningless march to my empty days. I ranted. This next bit was very uncalled for, then again it was the liquor talking, I hope. In fact, I wish it was you who was up on stage when Raz Soder went off. Fuck you! I screamed before hanging on the phone. I looked up at the TV and she was standing there in silence. There's no way she could bounce back from that. I'm terribly sorry, folks. My brother is a bit on edge, said timidly. The man in black suit came on stage and rushed her off stage. The man took the mic and said, "Sorry, everybody. We'll be sure to deal with that. In the meantime, please welcome to the stage." I cracked a smile. First time in a while.
Where are you going? Come here.
Do I feel bad about what I did? No, not in the slightest. I never cared for Luann. So I guess I officially pissed off all my sisters. Good on me. Well, all but one, of course. That reminds me, I have to go burn those pictures. Mayor of Space, quit fucking with your mic! Okay, so I went online this morning and found several articles with headlines such as "Insensitive Comedy Act Shut Down" and "Did Controversial Stand-Up Comedian Luna Loud Go Too Far?" Luann Loud go too far with the IA. It's funny to think her career ended because of her drunk brother spewing his thoughts on a phone call. I kept getting calls throughout the day from my sisters. All the calls boiled down to, "You're a deplorable scumbag, feel ashamed." That would have made me feel bad when I was younger, but now at the age of 31, nothing can get to me. To Lisa, or Leisha, as I call her because of her list called, I explained her my plans to burn the tapes and the books. Some pictures. She was horrified. "Can't just burn them, Lincoln," she yelled. "Why not? It's not like she'll need them." "Lincoln, she was your sister. Can't you for once in your life care about someone besides yourself?" Look, unless you're here to complain about the Luann incident, kindly fuck off. I hung up after that. Tonight is the night of the burn. I took the family photos I had defaced off the walls, frame and all. Also stacked the cassette tapes. Weird how she used cassettes. But good on me for taking the tape deck when I moved. So I could listen to them before I quit. And I piled up all the notebooks as well. So, it was hard thinking of what to play while searching for the kerosene. It had been a while since I last wheeled. I think 2 months or was it 2 years? I don't care. So I grabbed a tape off the rack and popped it into the deck. It read demo tape number 1000. What I heard is hard to describe. It sounded like tape beams. So if you don't know what it sounded like, just look up that. But the second half of the demo turned into dialogue between myself and Luna. Here's a transcript I wrote. The music ended. "That was great," I said. "Yeah, that's not my best work," she would say. "Are you kidding me? That was amazing. It means a lot coming from you, Link. It really does. Good to know someone appreciates my music." And I would say, "I'll always be your #1 fan. Count on that." And then the tape would end. While it was playing, I kept thinking about what Lisa had said. Care about someone besides yourself. Normally I would have just resisted, but I just kept circulating in my mind. When I did find the kerosene, I put it on top of the washing machine. I walked up the stairs. Care about someone besides yourself just kept going and going. I walked into the living room. Care about someone besides yourself. There it was again. My head started to hurt. I felt dizzy. I grabbed the family photo from 2026 off the table, and I stared at it for far too long, specifically at Luna. Tears ran down my face for the first time in years, and I started to break down. "What the fuck?" I kept yelling over and over again. I didn't go through with the burn. Put everything back up. But I kept the notes out. There were dozens of them. Too late to listen to them all night. Maybe I'll call up Luann tomorrow and apologize. Hopefully she'll listen, and if not, then I guess I'm back to square one. That's my cringy chapter of my cringy fanfiction.